Hello, I am Gil Magno. I'm a vocal coach here in Miami. And also, I have students all over the world as a result of my DVD recordings. And I am here today to share a message with you made up of some of the important concepts in a book which I just finished writing called The Road to Victory. Create Your Own New World. These concepts are not very popular. They are a little bit difficult to implement, but those of you who are ready to implement them and those who have experienced something similar will be ready to create your own new world. This came about, by the way, if you want to look at the book, if you want to get the book, it's on my website, The Road to Victory, Creating Your Own New World. This all came about because the way life is today is a little bit confusing. Not a little bit, quite a bit as a matter of fact, very confusing. The people just cannot figure out what's happening with all the upheavals in nature, all the lies that are in civilization. And by experimenting with these concepts, I say that you should achieve a way of life which is very, very pleasing to you. This all came about because, by the way, I have been teaching and coaching for 40 years. And some years ago, I had a transformation. I had a lot of difficulties when I was younger, and as a result of these concepts, I went through a personal transformation which allowed me to observe what is going on in life. And after observing it very carefully, I then wrote this book. And the 85% of everything that's going on in this life are lies, complete lies. Now, one thing that I've observed also is that life is extremely easy. Maybe not extremely, but life is a simple matter. With the exception of, let's say, accidents or some unexpected things once in a great while, life is relatively very easy to live. But we make it very complicated and very difficult, and the powers that be make it very difficult. They want you to believe that it's a very difficult matter so that they can control your life and take advantage of your resources. The lies keep you imprisoned and don't allow you to move on in life so that you can be the cause of your life and not the effect. So a few years ago, I had a personal transformation as a result of using these concepts and other things. And I've observed also that as a vocal coach, what makes a good performer, an instrumentalist or singer, is the person behind the voice. So that name became the name for my teaching system, my coaching system, the person behind the voice. So once I noticed that for example, a person can have a beautiful, beautiful voice, but if the person behind that voice is not integrated, well integrated, he will never get anywhere in life. So I looked at all of these things, developed this way of teaching, the person behind the voice, and started doing a lot of experimenting. All my life, actually, I've been experimenting with self-improvement methods. And I started implementing these self-improvement methods in my teaching. and I came up with some miracle results. I just recently finished creating a course called Self-Transformation Through Personal Magnetism, which is giving remarkable results. So, what I'm going to do today is give you some highlights of this philosophy, of this way of looking at things, and then I'm seriously thinking of making one of these videos every month and including the most important parts in this book, The Road to Victory. So, let us begin with what I consider to be the great secret. I will read it to you. Nature abhors weaklings. Now, this is not difficult to see. By the way, my philosophy is no theories, observation. Try it, see if it works for you. Don't believe anyone, not even me. Try it, see if it works. When you want to know something, go within yourself. All the answers are there. That I can guarantee. So, nature abhors weaklings. You can see this in nature. Nature gets rid of thousands of buds of fruit before saving a few. So, nature abhors weaklings. Thus, the game of life is rigged up to do you in. It really is. And it will. Unless you, who are the highest manifestations of the life force in the universe, recognize this and then exercise ruthless discipline, diligence, and ethics in order to win the game. That is happiness. Then, by and by, the winners become part of the cosmic hierarchy and direct the physical universe. Of course, this would be quite a bit into the future. But what nature wants is for you to become hard and strong so you can survive. We'll go into that a little bit more in a short while. So, the next principle is your purpose in life. That is extremely, extremely important. If you can find your purpose in life, and then align that with the purpose of life itself, the purpose for living. And through these concepts, you will be helped to find that out. Once you find your purpose in life and align it with the purpose of life itself, the purpose for living, you'll have nothing to worry about. You'll have money, you'll be happy, satisfaction. You'll see as we go along. Right, the next step would be, Timothy Leary was a Harvard professor who started experimenting with LSD, the drug LSD or lysergic acid. And unfortunately, drugs don't do anything. They make you crazy. And there's one good thing that he created, and that was a slogan called turn on, tune in, drop out. He had the right way of looking at it except for the drugs. Now in those days when I was going to college, and we used to make fun of that by saying turn on, tune in, drop dead, which is exactly what happened to hundreds of students who experimented with LSD and started flying off windows. But anyway, I use his three ideas of turning on, tuning in, and dropping out.